of what you say. So if I could find the words to say, but you never listen to any of these words I can't pronounce or understand. I have to.
And let's try this one today. Okay. So, welcome to the show. Time to be reasonable. I thought I would do the good thing and come on and tell you that I had to run and check something, which I do. Need to go check my ribs. And I will be right back. All right. They look like they're on course. Had to use foil. Don't know if you ever had to do that, but it can be a little rough sometimes. Worrying about if the foil's going to fall apart or the juice is going to end up on the stove, making burn. So maybe you won't have this problem, but that your roommates might complain because it's smoking too much or whatnot. Anyway, it's got air coming out now. I don't know. This is the acoustic cinematic background. So, gonna be a little bit inside baseball. Yeah, it's got like side stuff. I don't know. I don't feel like that. Maybe if you're into ASMR, not like that. Anyway, speaking of baseball, the former president, number 45, Trump, announced that he's selling $99 baseball cards. And I don't know if that was in lieu of him saying he was going to run, and then he didn't say he was going to run and said he sold baseball cards. I don't think so. I think he's still running or whatever, but he's decided to sell baseball cards. I mean, he's a creep, so they're probably digital, right? They're are they FTR or F? Are they fungible? And are they NFTs? Let's see here. Trump baseball cards. Here's his big announcement. Let's see. Yep, I knew it. They're NFTs. Of course, they're NFTs. Because, we sell garbage. And I mean, in my mind, you're selling garbage all the way across the board on that one. And they're $99 for digital cards, including one where he looks like Mr. Buff Superman. And everything I've ever seen, he is not buff. Steve Bannon comments on the Trump trading cards. Can't do this anymore. Oh, wow. Crazy. So that's something he decided to do. I won't vote for the man, support the man. If I went to Vegas, I'd make sure it wasn't one of his hotels. So, Dave Chappelle is in hot water for introducing Elon Musk on stage. I don't know if he was joking or what. And I heard something about him calling people poor or something, but I'm not really sure if that was just a joke. It was weird, off kilter for sure. And so here's a question, libertarians in the party or whatever. So a couple of weeks ago, Donald Trump met with Kanye West and known everybody's favorite known Nazi denier Nick. So we know that who we run in 2024 for a presidential candidate doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell. But and it's funny. I watched Dave Smith debate Spike Cohen and some things like that. And honestly, he's probably one of the most reasonable people involved in the Mises Caucus. I mean, from what I know, he might say some things. Well, I know he said that, he said some personal things. some bad jokes and whatnot because he's a comedian. But when you hear him talking about political ideology, for the most part, I can live with it, except for him being okay with giving away the farm, and in other words, giving away. He said that the idea of supporting a libertarian, the closest to the libertarian candidate is a good thing to him, but concern to me because he knows, I don't like the idea of voting for a candidate and ending up supporting a candidate that I don't like, i.e. Donald Trump or DeSantis or Biden, anybody that I did not originally intend on voting for. And I intend on voting. I would like to vote for someone. I'm going to answer this. It's killing my ears, so sure. Hey, so you're live on Time to Be Reasonable. How can I help you? Hey. Cool, you're on live. You're on Time to Be Reasonable, like I said at the beginning of the call. So that's we don't really have a topic, but I was talking about Trump's friend, or not Trump's friend, but I guess his dinner guest that Dave Smith has had on his show. What's his name? Nick. Oh, Nick. No, that's not right. Nick. I can't remember his name, but anyway, we're just calling him Nick, the Nazi denier at the moment. But anyway, yeah, I was talking about that. I was talking about that Trump just got an NFT that he's charging $99 for. That was his big announcement. So, yes, yes, yeah. They're gonna buy some digital pictures of it looking like a superhero in red spandex. I just saw the picture. He doesn't even have he doesn't have a muscle on his body. So anyway, yes. Putin didn't look that bad though. Yeah. So I don't even know. I don't even know if everybody will hear the other side or not. We'll see. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah. That's weird. I'm I'm absolutely sure that it's probably helped the other way. So it's kind of weird. A- Any, you know, well, anybody that you can get out of Russia is is probably is a win. Yeah, and if we got Brittany out, that's good, and that doesn't mean that we don't want to get the soldier out as well. I'm for getting anybody out. Any American citizens, we would prefer them home, obviously. But see, that's the thing, and that's like I think that's a trap that we have a lot of times in politics is that it's like we have to make a decision. It's like either you're on this side or that side, and there's no. But you know, yeah, we're Americans, so we want the Americans to not be in Russia when they're not supposed to be. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, right. Yeah. Let's see, Marine in Russia. Oh, there we go. Paul Whelan, the ex-Marine jailed in Russia. Let's see. Okay, BBC. So that's going to be pretty accurate, at least. Um. Okay, following the okay, yeah. Mr. Whalen 52 was given a 16-year jail sentence in 2020 after being arrested in Moscow on suspicion of spying in 2018. Why is this? Maybe later. I'm trying to read this. Thanks. Mr. Whalen is a citizen of four countries, so that's interesting too. Because Uh, he is U.S., Canadian, UK, and the Irish Republic. From Novi, Michigan, he was born in Canada to British parents and moved to the U.S. as a child. Military records show he joined the U.S. Marine Reserves in 1994, about 6 years after he'd reportedly begun work as a police officer in Michigan. He started as an IT project manager for a company called Kelly Services in the early 2000s, but deployed with the Marines within a couple of years on the first two tours to Iraq in 2004 and then 2006. It was while serving in the Marines that he made his first trip to Russia, a visit he detailed on his website, which was shut down several years ago, sharing pictures of the visit. He said he had a quite enjoyable time. But in 2008, Mr. Whalen, who had achieved the rank of staff sergeant, was discharged from the Marines for bad conduct. The Pentagon, which released his records, said the charge related to larceny, also known as theft, and writing bad checks. His family, it has emerged, were unaware of events. Mr. Whalen continued to work for Kelly Services, by the way, still two misdemeanors, by the way. Being promoted to senior manager of global security investigations in 2010. According to court documents, he was in charge of the company's campus security group, and his duties included managing and conducting investigations, as well as handling some purchasing. He was responsible for overseeing security at facilities in Michigan and around the world. A company statement said it does not have any facilities in Russia. Oh, that's interesting. Since his first visit in 2006, Mr. Whalen made a number of other trips to Russia and developed an in-depth knowledge of the country. It was due to his knowledge of Russia that he had been asked to attend the wedding of a fellow former Marine in Moscow, his brother David. Let's see. So, why wasn't he included in the prisoner swap? Speaking in the White House Oval Office as he announced Miss Greener's release, Mr. Biden said that sadly and for totally illegitimate reasons, Russia is treating Paul's case differently than Britain's. So basically, yeah, it's like they tried. It hasn't happened. They're still working on it. Basically, what it looks like. And I can understand why they probably looked into him. I mean, he has a quadruple citizenship, which I've never heard of, and he kept going to Russia for security reasons, even though the company has no offices in Russia. So that's kind of strange. But he, I'm sure they'll figure it out. But my point being is, like, it's not a one or another situation. And so I think that's where things get a little bit strange sometimes. Oh yeah, of course. Mr. Whalen, but yeah, Mr. Whalen. Yeah, yeah. I think these kind of things are kind of interesting. I don't know. Um, yeah, yeah, sure. And some people might be, but it's weird because it's like, so what? Like, for me, definitely. I mean, it's a victimless crime, and you know, as you know, so I would think that most libertarians would probably not have these issues with them, but I know that some of the new ones that came in probably do. But I hadn't read it. I haven't been on Facebook and seen that particular issue today. So no, our their big thing is grooming. They're really worried about grooming and uh, all these parents that are going to en masse take their uh, their kids to get their sex change surgeries, which is not how that works at all. But that's what their fear is. So I mean, it's like I'm afraid. It's like I'm afraid of cocaine bears. You know what I mean? It's like it's not something that's likely to happen. So people should ignore cocaine bears. Have you not seen the movie coming out? There's a movie called Cocaine Bear where a bear, basically the plane, no, a plane dropped a mass ton of cocaine in the middle of the wilderness, and they found the bags open and like bear paws near it. And so this is like a horror story, basically based around a true story, but nobody ever actually like dealt with said bear. But um, it's a horror story about what would happen if a bear got hopped up on cocaine and started wandering through the. I mean, it's weird to me because it's like, as Stephen Colbert says, um, godless killing machines. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, like to me, it's like, what? Why do you have to? Why do you have to add cocaine to the mix? It's like a bear coming after you is bad, very bad. A bear hopped up on cocaine. I mean, it's also going to be bad. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah. Eh, 7, I think. Yeah. I want to say 7. Let's see. Shark NATO. See, there is a Sharknado 6. Yeah. Okay, there's Sharknado 2, Sharknado Feeding Frenzy, Sharknado 3, Sharknado The Fourth Awakens, Sharknado 5 Global, and the last Sharknado, It's About Time. But I don't know if you noticed, right? That one Sharknado that I said, Feeding Frenzy, that is in between 2 and 3. So Feeding Frenzy ends up being another movie. So I was right. It's 7. But that's a lot of Sharknadoes. So anyway, folks, that is our show. Just sitting around talking about what's going on today uh, with our pop-in guest who may not even be on the video. We don't know. Mellow. Good night, everybody.
consider